Hello Virgo, welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Queen Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Rain. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning in to the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. A bunch of cards just came out. I'm going to take it. I'm going to roll with it. A lot of information. All right, what's the outcome and advice? Outcome and advice for the Virgos. All right, a lot of cards. All right, let's take a look. See, turn these cards over. In the overall energy, the first card out, Justice. It looks like you have learned discernment, an inner discernment. And there's something about how you are seeing things clearly within yourself that's led to a transformation of who you are. It looks like there's a lot of deprogramming, deconstructing. Feels like you're being a cooperative component to justice, fairness. And you're recognizing that there were some beliefs that were keeping you recreating injustices, unfairness. Feels like somebody's been taking advantage of your insecurities. With the devil energy, it looks like codependency, dependency. Someone kind of banking on your insecurities. This can look like trauma bonds, addictions, obsessions, codependency, dependency. It looks like this toxicity has kept you from making the moves that you prefer. Looks like whenever you try to plant something, try to create something for yourself, there's all this backlash. I'm getting a feeling here as I'm tuning into this, Virgo, that you're tired of other people telling you who you are and what you can and can't do. Feels like there are people who benefit from things not being fair for you. I get the sense here that you're overgiving, that you're a support system for others. And so if you decide, I want to transform, I want something for me, I want to plant some of my own seeds, I don't want to just be a support character. This screams independence, freedom, not wanting to be tethered to someone or others, multiple people in a support role. And it feels like whenever you plant those seeds of what you want, that the people who benefit from your energy don't want you expending your energy on what you want to create and grow. They benefit from you shining your light, your attention, your labor on them. And so, of course, this feels like people upset of you healing, of you creating justice for yourself, of you stopping to overgive and start creating healthy boundaries. This feels like with the Nine of Wands that there are people who are close to you that it feels like you might need to create boundaries with. They're taking advantage of you. So also, Virgo, the part of this is that you need to speak your truth. You need to, instead of stepping into that role, if this is your reading, if you are wanting to be yourself, you don't have to do anything. But if this is resonating and you want a life that's more just and fair and balanced, that you want some type of transformation for yourself where you're not feeling resentful and overgiving and a support character for others, you're wanting to step into you and be yourself, create something for you, then it looks like you're recognizing that if you ask for permission to do this, then the people are going to say, no, I benefit from you giving your labor, your attention, your energy to me. People have been benefiting from your insecurities. Your unwillingness to make moves away from this type of being. It looks like there's a lot of healing coming in. It feels like you're changing from the inside. Okay, anything, it looks like you're getting out of lesson. Maybe part of your lesson is to not be a support character. Feels like you might resent. So you're not really, it's not coming from a loving place. If this is your reading, you're starting to resent your role. It's too small. At some point, maybe you did enjoy it and you felt fulfilled, but it feels like not anymore. It feels like you're wanting to give yourself permission to detach from this way of being. Okay, anything else? Truth. Ace of Swords. I think speaking your truth, seeing the truth, allowing the truth to light your way to freedom. This truth, if you are taking up the sword of truth, being honest with yourself, being honest with others, feels like this is the medicine for being kind of stuck in a role that you do not prefer. Giving you permission to explore, being another version of yourself. Going after your North Node, your North Star. Something that makes you fulfilled on a soul level. Anything else that Virgo needs to know? Anything that would be helpful in this? Seven of Wands coming out as a challenge. I think it's a challenge for you to stand your ground, to have your own boundaries, healthy boundaries, to not be in an enmeshed connection. So you're always, it feels like I'm talking to a Virgo who's in some type of connection, some type of relationship where you don't have the freedom to just make a choice and decision and take action on that. There's someone who you're tethered to. You need permission to be yourself, to be a version of yourself. This could be like a marriage or a relationship, a family dynamic. It comes from your childhood. What I'm seeing here is it looks like you were raised to abandon yourself, to put others first, to not care for yourself, to be a support character for others, to fix, of course, Virgo, heal others, to uplift, to make sure everybody's okay in the environment. And so you abandoned your own needs and wants to take care of others. Feels like that made you safe. And that gave you like a role. And it looks like it's too small of a role. You're wanting something more for yourself. Healing from this, it just feels too limited for who you really want to be. All right, in what's hidden, we've got the Five of Wands, Two of Pentacles in reverse, High Priestess, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Boy, you're embodying that High Priestess energy, Virgo. Very intuitive, very grounded. Feels like you're wanting to explore some of your inside. Your path isn't somewhere outside of you. You are the path. So there's some kind of getting to know yourself in a very spiritual way, connecting with your higher self. What you're showing me and what's hidden, Virgo, is there's a chaotic environment around you, and you're tired of trying to balance everything, juggle everything, juggle everyone to make everyone feel better. It's support role. It feels like there's a bit of resentment that you don't like this role. At some point, maybe you outgrew this role. And yeah, I'm feeling frustration, anger, rage even, resentment that a lack of freedom. It feels like nothing's happening. It feels like who I'm tuning into is a Virgo who feels like you've been living for other people. And your energy has a lot of resentment, anger, frustration, because nothing's really happening for you on a soul level, what your soul came here to experience, what you wanted to check off the boxes, have these soul experiences. When you are attuned to chronically other people and being a support character for others, then at some point it feels like this resentment has grown. So it's not really coming from a place of generosity and compassion. It's starting to feel more like resentment and frustration, and that's not helping anybody. It looks like you're learning a new way of being, or wanting to learn a new way of being that breaks from tradition. And there's something about the some traditional setup that you're in, traditional environment, it just feels too restrictive, too small. There's no freedom to be yourself. And it's creating injustices. It's like someone's deciding who you can be and who you can't be. And on some level, that is irritating your spirit. More on this. It feels like you might be saying uncomfortable truths, saying things that you haven't said before, communicating some of this, which others will see as a betrayal, because you're wanting to, how can I say this? You're wanting to kill off your character, the character that's taking care of a lot of people. And you're saying, I don't want to be that character. I don't want to play that role anymore. I'm ending that role. I want to be someone else. I want to be myself, and I don't want to resent the people that I'm helping, but I'm not helping them anymore. I just feel resentful because I want to go after what I want. I want to focus on me. And it does look like there are people who benefit from your labor, your emotional labor, access to you, your care, your attention. And so those people will feel betrayed, like you've changed. Why is Virgo not giving me that anymore? Why is Virgo? So they might be feeling all sorts of ways. If you decide to be yourself, there are those who benefit from you staying the same. It's all about your choices. This does feel difficult. There's no easy answer. Do I go after my soul fulfillment? What makes me feel alive and the version of me that I've always wanted to be? Do I become that? Or do I stay in this smaller role of support and resent the people that I'm supporting? Wow. Okay. What I'm seeing here is a new timeline, new potential opening up. It looks like taking a leap of faith in a new direction and following your highest excitement. There's a lot of page energy here. So it's like you're starting anew from a new vantage point, new you, new ideas, learning new ways of being. Maybe you literally are like taking a class, learning something new, showing up as a new version of yourself. Feels like that's helping you. Definitely following your excitement. What makes you excited? What are you interested in? What do you have passion for? What are you curious about? That's like next step. What do I want to learn? What am I interested in? Following that excitement. And it looks like you might be doing whatever new leap of faith, following your excitement. It looks like you might be creating something that you'll be working on maybe for the rest of your life. This is like a legacy, something you'll leave behind, something that you enjoy creating, that you're passionate about. And it's in the 3D, it's pentacles, so it's in the real world. It's not a fantasy. All right, any outcome and advice, Virgo? We've got death, 6 of Swords reverse, 8 of Cups, Knight of Wands. It does seem like an ending. Like you're finished being a version of yourself. And, with the death card, the king is dead, long live the king. A version of you perishes, leaves, and a new version is born, is what I'm getting. There's a lot of anxiety. It feels like you're not asking for permission from the people around you. You're giving yourself permission to be who you want to be, who you prefer to be. There's going to be some blowback because this independence means that you're changing. You're not as accessible. You're making different choices, saying no. It's difficult. It feels like there's a lot of emotions and attachments. Figuring out who you are. This is actually feels exciting. Feels difficult because the people around you benefit from you staying the same. And so there's not a lot of support in your environment that I'm perceiving for you to become this new version. Some of you might have to leave these environments the more you become the version of yourself you prefer. It doesn't feel like these environments will be very supportive because they benefit off of your giving. Okay, any advice for the Virgos? 10 of Swords. 10 of Cups in reverse and 8 of Wands in reverse. Feels like ending of cycles, a lot of emotions. This feels like a lot of emotions coming to the surface, maybe some painful conversations. This conversation that I'm tuned into feels like something like this. Like you have helped others build worlds, build their world, build their success, build something. You've been supportive. Emotionally, mentally, behind the scenes, uplifting. Now that you want to build something, you want to be a version of yourself and create something, it looks like you're asking for support back. Tag, your turn. Now you get to support me. I would love your support. I would love you supporting this new version of who I'm becoming. I would love some of that same, I would like some reciprocity. I would like that same support that I have given to you so you could build this. I would like that coming, that's what this conversation feels like. And it does not, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It seems reasonable from what I just explained, from what if that's what you're saying, that, yeah, oh my gosh, you're right. How can I support you? What does support look like? What would be helpful? And instead it feels like a kind of disappointing. Crickets. I think some of you are seeing that the support goes one way, from you to them, and that they don't know how to support. They don't know how to help you with this. Boy, the High Priestess coming out again. There's something about keeping things to yourself. These are good conversations, but holding some stuff back. Use your intuition. Obviously, you're really tuned into your intuition right now. Oh. Wow. It looks like when you want to be yourself and go after what you want, there's a lot of other people that are supportive. There's a lot of success out there following your passion. And it feels like it's difficult for the people who you've been giving, where you've been in a support role. It feels like they have an issue with you having success and being a leader. Got some kind of programming. For some of you, I'm getting that once you recognize that someone's not for you, to keep some things, hold some things back. keep your own counsel. I don't get that someone's like consciously wanting to sabotage, but it feels like they're they might just not want you to change and not support you, not want this for you. It feels like you've got to want this for yourself. There's something about focusing on what you want, where, remember, whatever you focus on grows. So focus where you want, what you want to see grow. There's some healing here. Some introspection. Taking some time out to really decide for yourself if, you know, what it is you want, who it is that you want to be. So, all right, Virgo, that's your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care.